4K! Yay! Oh god. How come their teeth look
in the deep is well known to be both
maybe
diverse and strange. Throughout history, our nightmares have been fueled by tales brought back by seafarers of giant monsters from the depths and leviathans larger than life. While there may be no Lovecraftian horrors lurking in our oceans, it may be true that the deeper
Are those small octopuses or just a giant creature? Oh god, what is that?
The phenomenon of deep-sea gigantism is defined as the tendency for deep-sea animals to grow much larger.
I don't know what it is, but I like
it. Biologists still aren't certain why it is that some abyssal creatures grow to these immense sizes, for we have still only scratched the surface of discovery in the deep.
Oh god.
But there are many theories which may help to shed light on this mystery of the oceanic deep. At first look, you might think that if anything, the immense pressure of the deep sea would stunt the growth of animals and keep them smaller rather than larger.
That's what I was thinking.
This pressure isn't much of an issue for creatures that are themselves, for the most part, made of water. In fact, the buoyancy of ocean life.
Imagine choosing to live where there's 100 million tons of water above you, Lamau.
This explains how deep-sea organisms can become so huge.
He's see-through.
But in order to find out why they do, we need to delve into their biology.
Free real estate.
Their immense growth can be explained in general terms by two laws, known as Kleber's rule and Bergman's rule. Kleber's rule states
what the heck?
That larger will tend to
it's RGB jellyfish.
Having a mass hundreds of times that of a small fish will have a metabolism that is significantly greater. This is due to the nature of blood vessels and the circulatory system of animals. Larger animals have smaller surface area to volume ratios, so less energy is lost through heat. Huge animals dwelling in the ocean's depths rely on organic matter falling from above for food, meaning food is scarce and energy must be conserved.
That's kind of nasty. They take the flakes from the top of the ocean.
This is their incentive to become more efficient, and thus to grow to larger sizes. The Bergman's rule states that sea animals tend to increase in body size with a decrease in temperature. Most of the large sea animals are typically found in colder regions, while the small sea creatures are found in warm regions. For these animals, the low temperatures in their habitats lead to increased cell size and lifespan, as it slows their metabolic rate. The Bergman's rule also explains why the phenomenon of gigantism is most prevalent at the poles, where animals like sea spiders, sponges, and worms all grow huge compared to their relatives from warmer climates.
I don't like that thing. Stop! Why is it getting creepier?
Means they can be described.
Why does he have extra legs that don't even touch the ground? What are they for?
Due to the immense supply of oxygen.
Why are they there?
For well over a century, zoologists and explorers to the poles have recorded observations from dredging creatures from the depths, noting the bizarre life that they encounter,
stop!
including sea spiders the size of dinner plates.
What? So it's like that big? Ew!
One of the most common illustrations of deep-sea gigantism is the colossal squid, a 700-kilogram, 15-meter-long creature which dwells 2,100
Why did it
meters
zoom in
below
on that?
the surface. One theory that may explain both polar and deep-sea gigantism is the role of predators, or more specifically, the lack of predators.
It had like a mole rat face.
In 2006, biologist Craig R. McLean examined the gradient from the shallows to the depths, using the framework of terrestrial islands. Oceanic islands are isolated from other land masses, so they tend to develop indigenous biodiversity through diversification of the organisms that arrived there. Due to limited resources, competition, and predators, island fauna often follows what is known as the island rule, which states that small-bodied organisms have a tendency to grow larger on islands. This is demonstrated by creatures like the enormous Galapagos tortoise, which has been isolated for 3 million years. Charles Darwin famously referred to them as inhabitants of some other planet. The oldest Galapagos tortoise on record lived to be 152. According to McLean, the deep sea is functionally similar to an island. In a fashion that seems to mirror the island rule, the deep sea also has limited resources, limited predators, and is isolated from the rest of the ocean. As a result, there was diversification
He
in
looked
the
like a
depths
strawberry.
too, following a mass extinction event that occurred during the Cenozoic period, 65 million years ago.
Uh-oh.
Shallow water creatures ventured deeper after the event and diversified into deep-sea fauna. A brilliant example to show that deep-sea fauna does indeed follow this rule
It's a
is the
sea
mollusk
roach.
group, gastropods, which includes slugs and snails. In the deep, many species that are near symmetrical to shallower varieties grow to be huge.
What the fuck is that? That is cool.
The deep-sea isopod belongs to a group that rarely grows larger than a few inches in the shallows.
Is Susu
Down
here?
They
Hi.
can grow to half a meter in
Or did I
length
just get one guide?
and weigh approximately 1.7 kilograms.
Why does he swim
One
on his
variety,
back?
the giant isopod, is found in the deep, cold waters.
What
of
is
the
he holding
Pacific
on
Ocean,
to? Is he
the
eating
Atlantic
some other
Ocean,
creature?
and the Arctic Ocean.
She resubbed? Oh
Many of
shit!
the resources in
Susu,
the
thanks
deep
for 2
ocean
months.
Result from productivity. in
Sorry, I'm
shallow
trying
water,
to focus on
so
my
a lot of
homework.
energy is lost
So
on the
I'm
way
not
down.
looking at the alerts. But
As a
thank you,
result,
chat, for letting me
resources in the
know.
deep
And hello,
sea are
Susu.
lesser, and so larger body sizes are favourable. They can better withstand long periods without food, and can cover very large distances in search of prey. Overall, deep-sea gigantism largely...
Why are you guys just
serves to
adding
demonstrate the
random
role of
people?
natural
Add Joe
selection
Biden.
in driving evolution and survival. In the sunless depths, evolution tends towards the most effective adaptations to allow for the best chances of survival.
Guys, pay
Down
attention.
here, bigger
God!
is better. The research that has been done into the causes of deep-sea gigantism has significant implications in the human world. There is evidence that climate change can have a greater impact on ocean dwellers than any other population of
His
animals.
mouth's... He's
As the
literally
colder
the
oceans
mega
warm
little
up,
fish.
a change in the balance of temperature, oxygen supply, and what organisms are present will throw the equilibrium off.
Oh my god, look at his
And the
face.
giants would be the first.
That's
to
freaking
go.
awesome. Well, chat, what did you learn? We learned the deeper you go, the bigger the animals get. At the bottom of the ocean, they eat the flakes that fall from the top, so food is scarce. Nothing? Okay. One more? Maybe this one? Wait, you can't even see it. I'm sorry. I'm blocking it, Lamau. What the fuck is that?
The deep sea is a world of extremes. So far in this series, we've taken a look at the ways in which animals have adapted to survive in the cold, dark depths.
Oh shit.
We've explored the ecosystems of this unforgiving realm and seen how communities of life cling to whatever source of energy they can find, from vents of superheated water to the carrion of sunken whales.
Oh god.
But now it's time to dive even deeper and
Deeper.
discover a place where life is pushed to its absolute limits. For at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the sea floor widens into a gaping abyss of obscurities. Fish that seem to lack faces, sprawling fields of bacteria,
Ugh.
and giants that resemble life from another planet.
They,
Let's
oh my,
take
those
a
fish
closer
are like,
look at the
they're like
hidden
flies.
worlds of the Mariana
They're like,
Trench.
dang, they have fly swarms even at the bottom of the ocean. We're not so different.
The infamous Mariana Trench sits like a crescent-shaped dent in the floor of the Pacific.
Oh
A
god.
2,550-kilometer long, 69-kilometer wide fracture that plummets down into a
No,
pure
it's censored.
black
Why?
void.
Why are more videos doing this?
At the bottom, it hosts the deepest known location on Earth. The
Oh
Challenger
shit, I
Deep,
forgot to put on the 4K. I'm sorry.
11,033 meters, or 36,200 feet, beneath the waves.
Goodness.
The trench itself is but one part of a global network of deep scars that cut across the ocean floor. Features that formed from a process called subduction.
Subduction.
In the case of the Mariana Trench, the western edge of the Pacific Plate was thrust beneath the smaller Mariana.
Why does he
Plate
say
to the
it like
west,
that?
creating the deep fracture. Molten material then rose through volcanoes near the trench, building the nearby Mariana Islands. At its deepest point, the Mariana Trench dips down into a little explored zone of the ocean. The Hadal Zone, named after the realm Hades,
Oh shit.
the underworld of Greek mythology.
Oh fuck.
A suitable title for a place where the conditions of pure darkness, acidic, freezing water, scarce food, and immense pressure
I love that
create
stuff with
a
the
challenging
breadsticks.
environment for
Marinara
creatures to
sauce.
survive in.
Marinara's
For
trench.
much of history, it was believed to be a dead zone, void
Nice.
of any life at all. An impossible frontier.
Oh my, I don't even want to
and
read
an
what I
empty
just saw
void
in
of
chat.
perils that could never be reached by any human. But in the 19th century, this was all about to change. The Mariana's depths were first plumbed in 1875, when the crew aboard the
Plumbed?
HMS Challenger cast a weighted sounding line over the side of the vessel and found they needed more rope. They had not expected there to be a location so deep, but news of its discovery caught the eye of the ambitious. Knowing it existed simply wasn't enough, and a few
Oh,
dared
God.
to venture to the bottom.
Oh god. Please tell me there's no sad stories where people like don't come back or something.
In 1960, 85 years after the Challenger Deep was discovered on that pioneering voyage, two men set out to reach the bottom. Jacques Picard
Jacques.
and Navy Lieutenant Don Walsh,
Jacques and Navy,
sheltered
please.
only by a cramped bath-escape submersible called the Trieste. Their 5-hour descent was fraught with challenges. The water pressure near the bottom was nearly 1,000 times greater than atmospheric pressure at sea level. During the journey, this caused the viewing window to crack, limiting their time spent on the sea floor to only 20 minutes.
Oh god. That's scary.
Even in such a short amount of time, what they saw would shock the scientific community. Life, pale shrimp and flounder
flat as hell.
fish, along with what they described as a dark brown diatomaceous ooze that
What
covered
does that
the
mean?
sea floor.
Wait, what does that mean? They're using
Picard.
fucking word. Hold on.
Diatomaceous ooze.
What? This doesn't tell me anything. This doesn't tell me anything. Whatever.
That covered the sea floor.
It's made of
Picard
diatoms.
described
Okay,
this
thank
moment
you.
with
That,
excitement
that
in a
explains a
book about
lot.
the voyage. Here, in an instant,
Soft rock,
was the
sediment,
answer that
okay.
biologists had asked for the decades.
I understand now.
Could life
think
exist in the
squishy.
greatest depths of the ocean? It
Squishy
could.
rock.
When James Cameron
Oh, I
followed
like
in
your
the
funny
Trieste's
words.
footsteps on board the deep-sea Challenger in 2012, he too saw the sprawling microbial mats, bizarre-looking filamentous clumps of microorganisms living off chemicals from
Why
altered
is it
rocks,
orange?
10,912 meters, or 35,803 feet down in a sunless world. It is these bacteria that support more complex creatures, for without sunlight, larger animals must instead rely on the energy produced by bacteria.
It's
undergoing
glowing! Look at it!
chemosynthesis, the deep sea equivalent to photosynthesis.
That's the laser? Oh.
The footage you're seeing now was taken by an unmanned Japanese submersible called Kaiko in 1996.
Kaiko.
Having reached a depth of 10,897 meters, it marked the deepest dive for an unmanned submersible at the time. Its goal was to sample bacteria from the mats that Pickard and Walsh had observed nearly 40 years earlier. They found that a number of these bacterial species appeared to be obligately barophilic, meaning they thrived under high environmental pressures, proving that the idea that life could only exist in more moderate conditions was flawed. But in 1998,
is that a crab or a new sea spider?
And stumbled upon more.
No! They're so scary!
Pyrondelia gigas, a gigantic amphipod species.
Gigantic? Oh, Lord.
This discovery posed a bit of a mystery. The extreme pressures of the deep sea cause calcium carbonate that makes up the shells of amphipods and many marine animals to dissolve more readily in water, leaving their soft bodies vulnerable. As such, amphipods are not usually found below about 5,000
It looks like its
meters,
tongue.
or
I think it's its stomach or something, but it looks like its tongue.
And yet here in Kaiko's lights was a giant amphipod, retaining even its tough exoskeleton. It has since been found that they protect their shells using a form of aluminium armor, using chemicals in their gut to extract aluminium ions from the seafloor mud while they forage for food. In their role as detrivores, these amphipods occupy a key role in the ecosystem. They act as a cleanup crew, possessing
sea
enzymes
janitors.
that are able to digest even wood.
The sea jannies. Yeah, what is that white thing?
In more recent times, remote submersibles have caught yet more oddities of the Mariana Trench in their headlights. Among the most abundant inhabitants are the holothurians, sea cucumbers, like the remarkable sea
like some
pig
Star
with its
Wars
ring
shit.
of feeding tentacles that it
Yes,
uses
a
to
sea
sift through the
cucumber,
mud
a sea pig.
and grab onto food.
I like these things.
Some scientists believe that Pickard's fish was, in fact, a sea cucumber, for it is thought that fish are unable to survive where the pressure is so great that it would dissolve the bones of any vertebrates.
Would dissolve our bones. Try eating seafood while watching this? Mmm. Tasty. I'm gonna order
sushi. The deepest
sushi
known
now.
fish thrives at
Actually,
depths
kinda want
of
to.
8,000 meters, or 26,200
Is that fucked?
feet. Still 2 kilometers above the Challenger Deep. The Mariana snailfish, discovered in 2014, yet given the scientific name Pseudoliparis swirae to commemorate Sub-Lieutenant Herbert Swire from the HMS Challenger. But snailfish and amphipods are not the only oddballs found in the trench. Gigantic xenophyonophores grow to be 20 centimeters in diameter,
like egg noodles,
yet consist of only a single cell. Predatory tunicates called sea squirts anchor their bodies to the sides of canyons in wait of passing prey, while deep-sea hatchetfish use bioluminescence to blend in with their surroundings. While only glimpses of these otherworldly organisms have been recorded, their abundance goes to show that life will always find a way to survive. even when faced with the intense challenge
I'm almost
of
done.
living at the heart
I'm almost
of the
done.
ocean's underworld.
Sorry, I'm paying attention. Okay, I ordered sushi. I think that's kind of fucked. We're watching.
Despite
Whoa,
all the
RGB
expeditions
fish.
and the footage that's been gathered, we have still only just begun to dip our toes into the hidden world of the Mariana Trench.
Wait, I missed a scary fish? Oh god. Was it that? Oh Jesus, what is it? Oh Jesus Christ! Oh god, oh god! Wait, I did. What the fuck? See you squirts. Wait, I missed the good shit. This is what I wanted to see. I missed the good
But
shit.
snailfish and amphipods are not the only oddballs found in the trench. Gigantic xenophyonophores grow to be 20 centimeters in diameter, yet consist of only a single cell.
Wait, what?
Predatory tunicates called sea squirts anchor their bodies to the sides of canyons
It looks
in
like a
wait of
piranha
passing
plant.
prey, while deep-sea creature fish use bioluminescence to blend in with their
This is
surroundings.
scary.
While only glimpses of these otherworldly organisms have been recorded, their abundance goes to
Jesus.
show that life will always find a way to survive.
It looks like
Even
when,
when faced with the
it
intense
looks like when you
challenge
jump scared
of
by
living
Freddy
at the heart
Fazbear.
of the ocean's underworld. Despite
RGB
all the
fish.
expeditions and the footage that's been gathered, we have still only just begun to dip our toes into the hidden world of the Mariana Trench. It is likely that many new species await discovery and will help us piece together the puzzle of how
Why is he
animals
upside
can
down?
survive such
Help him.
extremities.
Whoa.
Researching
That thing's
the
cool.
Mariana's microorganisms could lead to vital breakthroughs in biomedicine.
Why does someone just say feels good
biotechnology,
man
which
toes
shed
in all
light
caps?
on the story of life's emergence on planet Earth. But even the furthest depths are within reach of human-driven
What?
destruction.
Wait, is that what? That's not a
Already
fish.
has
Is
plastic
oh,
been found
they're just
in a
cleaning.
place we
Ew.
scarcely understand.
That's so sad. What? Olaf and Elsa, what are you doing? Fucking frozen at the bottom of the ocean.
Who knows
Disney,
what
why?
vital discoveries might vanish before we
That's
come
so
to
sad.
understand their importance.
It looks like someone's like birthday party balloon or something.
This portion of the video is sponsored by NordVPN. To
Woo!
explain to those of you living down in the bathypelagic zone who
What
might not
the
know
fuck
what a
is
VPN
that?
is, it stands for
I like this channel. Natural world facts.